But you got to be ready, because if you're not, it's on you.
Why does discipline equal freedom?
Because the more discipline you have in your life, the more freedom you will end up with. So if you lack the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up being a slave to disease. If you lack the discipline to work hard, save your money, you will end up a slave to finances. If you lack the discipline to manage your time correctly, you will end up with no free time. If you have self-discipline, if you have the discipline to save your money and work hard and invest your money properly, if you have the discipline to manage your time correctly and not waste a bunch of time, if you have the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up with freedom. I know it's counterintuitive, it's contrarian, but I've seen this over and over and over again. If you want freedom in your life, you have to have discipline.
To get anywhere in life, you have to work extremely hard and you have to be disciplined. If you wanted to be a great piano player, there's no drug you can take, there's no self-help book, there's no guru. You got to spend 5 years, 10 years learning it until it becomes something that's second nature. There are no shortcuts. But if you learn that from an early age, like 10 years old or whatever, you see after a few years that an incredible pleasure happens where now you have mastery of this piano and you can play things you could never play before. Suddenly the whole thing opens up, this whole new universe. And that's the paradigm for everything meaningful in life. If you learn something well, if you learn a craft and you master it, it can bring you a far greater pleasure than any kind of drug or any kind of going out to a party or socializing. But you have to be patient and you have to not be afraid of boredom and you have to not be afraid of the effort.
Discipline is not restriction. Discipline is freedom. If you don't have discipline, then you're going to be a prisoner of your choices and your habits. So if you don't have the discipline to train, you're going to be a prisoner of your body when you're older. If you don't have the discipline to eat well, you're going to be a prisoner of disease in future. If you don't have the discipline to build a business, you will be a prisoner to your finances. The reality is, when you do have discipline or structure, let's use the word structure, when you do have structure and a plan that you follow on a day-to-day basis, that will lead you to get the things that you want. And when you have the things that you want, discipline is long-term freedom.
Do not go into a job thinking about money. Because if you go into a job thinking about money, you're not going to get the most out of it. If you go into a job loving it, being passionate about it, you're going to get everything you got coming out of it. But if you go into that job saying, I'm going to make a whole lot of money, this job's going to pay me this, you ain't going to get nothing out of it. You have to love it first. And I felt like I've always loved rap more than I love money. I love rap more than I love anything. That's why I built this facility so I can work whenever I want to.
If your 20s, do all of that. Work day and night. Really do as many things, learn as much as you can, fail as often as possible.
What about work-life balance in your 20s?
Because that's the time to put in the hard work. Well, work-life balance actually comes out later.
So the thing is, when you want to build something great, it's not easy to do. And when you're doing something that's not easy to do, you're not always enjoying it. I don't love every day of my job. I don't think every day brings me joy, nor does joy have to be the definition of a good day. And every day I'm not happy. Every year I'm not happy about the company. But I love the company every single second. And so I think that what people misunderstand is somehow the best jobs are the one that brings you happiness all the time. I don't think that that's right. You have to suffer. You have to struggle. You have to endeavor. You have to do those hard things and work through it in order to really appreciate what you've done. And there are no such thing that are great that was easy to do.
If somebody works hard long enough, everybody gets dealt a hand in life. I think it's very important to sit back, look at the hand you're dealt, really identify which one of those things can get you to the highest vertical. And then you have to make the decision to do it. And over enough time and enough pressing, and I think networking is important. I think every person has the opportunity to put themselves in a great place.
What is the best advice you've ever heard or received?
spend so much time on self-improvement that you have no time to criticize others.
Love it. That is great advice.
You realize through hard work, you can outwork anybody, no matter how badass they are. Like, that's the part people don't want to dive into.
Yeah. I don't believe in talent. I'm here because I worked hard my whole life. Without that work, no one in this room would know who I am except my family. So to all the kids around the world watching, paying attention, and aspiring to be like one of us or even on the stage someday, put the work in and watch the magical ride you go on.
Like, there's people out there that are just working harder than everybody else, and they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's their grind. Those people are super valuable because they change everybody's perspective of like what's possible, what to strive for, and what it takes. Like, do you really want to be a champion? Why? Because you just want to be cool? You want to be the coolest guy on the block? Like, you're not going to win. You're going to find some fucking psychopath who just lives it. It's their whole life. And if it's not your whole life, get out.
If the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing. From the movie The Professionals, we joined because we believed. We stayed because we were committed. We left because we were disillusioned. But we came back because we were lost. Without a dream, we are nothing.
How is it going to feel when your dreams become a reality? Go there. You go there, whatever it is. Governor, congressman, senator, the yacht, the boat, the trips, the travel, the accolades, the respect, the comment from your mom, your dad, your teacher, your professor, your enemy, your competitor, whatever it may be. How's it going to feel? In that moment, if you can convince yourself that feeling is so insanely good, then you would be willing to pay the price that the man needed for your big dreams to become a reality.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream.
To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special.
Just keep stacking days. Just keep stacking days. As long as you keep stacking days, I promise you, you will see the change. My coach used to always say, everything that you want is on the other side of hard.
You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts.
If you can barely decide to take any action at all and peel your eyes away from your phone for just a moment, it's so much easier to beat everyone else, because in a world where it's never been easier to do nothing, doing something becomes extraordinary.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You always, that thing, man, that you wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's going to disappoint you. You're going to forever be sad, man. If you don't chase that dream, you're going to forever be miserable, man.
Everyone thinks you're crazy until it works. You always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. People struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
Never say you can't do it. Say, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet. And that's true with everything. It's like, there's nothing that you can't do. You may not have done it yet. We don't know if you can do it or not until you really practice. And then you find out if you can do it or not, or how well you can do it.
People give up right before they get what they've always wanted to get. People quit. That's your moment. That's your moment. It's not that all is lost. When you're feeling the most trapped and down and nothing can't go right, I feel like those are the moments that define you. Those are those character canon moments that are like, what am I going to do now? You know, how do you respond to that? You know, you're the closest to getting what you want is always the hardest.
Just take action, keep doing it, keep doing what you're doing, keep moving forward. And actually pushing the edges showed me that coming back to the center is a blessing.
Appreciating the mundanity, the small moments.
Every morning I woke up, I had a real conversation with that dirty mirror. And every day, the same answer came back to me. Do you want to be on your deathbed knowing that you could, but you didn't? Why do you care about what people are thinking when they're not trying to go where the fuck you're trying to go?
In this world, if you want success, there's 3 things that'll give you success. First thing that'll give you success is always believing in yourself. If you believe in yourself to the fullest, you cannot fail. There's no plan B. There's only one plan, plan A. Okay? So believe in yourself to the fullest and you will not fail. You're gonna fall down a lot. There's a lot of obstacles that are gonna get in the way, but you gotta get up and you gotta stand the fuck tall and you gotta keep going forward. The second rule, you cannot give a fuck about what people think about you, because there's people around you at first be like, what the fuck is this guy on? I'm over here in school. I'm over here working a 9-to-5 job. You know what I mean? But this guy's over doing some crazy shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna be a loser. You're not gonna do it. You're gonna keep fucking up. Like, dude, just stop. You're fucking crazy. Don't listen to him. Fuck him. He's a joke. Do your shit. Third key to success is never give up. Fuck it. Never give up. And stay consistent. If you just follow all 4 of what I just said, I swear to God, you're gonna be fine.
No matter what's going on in your life, it's not permanent. Everything is going to change. So there's 2 things you can do with change. You can react to it or you can participate in it. It's gonna change anyway. So if you keep waiting around, you're gonna have to react to the change. And now you behind. But if you participate in the change, if you know the job you have is not gonna last forever. I'm just telling you. COVID proved that already. Where you go to work at every day, that's gonna change. COVID proved that already. Your best laid plans has changed. So what you gotta start doing is you gotta start anticipating that it's going to change and just start living your life with the preparation for change.
Everything is hard before it's easy. And everything at the beginning is difficult, but later it becomes easy and automatic. You have to force yourself to discipline yourself at the beginning, but after that, it becomes easier, and you actually feel happy. Now, here's the most wonderful thing. An athlete runs in a race and comes in first. What do they call this person? The winner. Exactly. What it says is that when you win, when you come in as the winner, your body releases endorphins, which are called nature's happy drug. They make you happy. And dopamine. So when you complete a task, your body releases these drugs and you feel happy. So every time you start and complete a task, you feel like a winner. And when you feel like a winner, you want to do it again and have that winning feeling.
That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
Don't you give up on your dream. I don't care if you don't have the money, you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the background for it, and you don't have the friends for it. Don't you give up on your dream. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. It may take you twice as long. You may have to take courses and classes. You might not read as fast. You might not move as quick. You might not have as much, but don't you quit.
The only thing we can do is take one day at a time. You know, it's all we can do. No one is perfect. Every day we strive to be perfectionists, but no one is perfect. I make mistakes. You know, I've said things that I shouldn't have said when I was younger. I've done things that I shouldn't have done when I was younger. I'm not perfect, but we live and we learn. And that's a part of growing.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it.
I love that quote.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do to be the best.
Yeah.
But 80% of success in life and in business is psychology, meaning the mindset and the emotion. You can get the answers if you have the right mindset. 20%, and it's a very important 20%, is the strategy. The right strategy can save you 10 years. So I'm a strategist. But I always know I've got to make sure your psychology is strong enough first, so that no matter what season we're in, you can do well.
You like to go to the gym every day? Of course no. It's not true. Nobody likes to go to the gym every day.
Why are so few people in shape? Because going to the gym and sticking to the gym is difficult. Maybe it's a tiny bit easier for some people that like it than others, but for most people, most of the time, it's really, really hard.
The process of discomfort is inevitable. You have to go through it. Most people have that initial feeling, that initial lack of self-belief, because they don't understand that they have to be humbled first in every aspect in order to grow. So you go to the gym, you feel like shit, that's a good thing. It just shows you that you need to improve. Most people go to the gym, feel like shit, never go back.
But you have to do it. Probably yes, because your mental strength is coming from that moments, that in a hard moments, you know you should do it. And I do it because after that, maybe in the beginning you feel hard to start, but after when you finish the gym or cold plunge or even the training, you will feel better.
When I wake up in the morning, I don't think, am I motivated to go do what I'm supposed to do? No, I don't think about it for 1 millisecond. When the alarm clock goes off, I have no thought about whether this is easy, whether this is hard, whether I want to do it, whether I don't want to do it. None of that matters. It's an emotionless, thoughtless discipline. When the alarm clock goes off, you get up, you get out of bed, and you go do what you're supposed to do. I don't care how it feels. I don't care if it's easy or hard. It doesn't even matter to me. It's just a reaction, it's a discipline, and it's life. And that's the way I choose to live my life.
Everybody says discipline is so important, but they never want to tell you why. I'll tell you why discipline is so important. It's the strongest form of self-love. It's ignoring something you want right now for something better later on. Discipline reveals the commitment you have to your dreams, especially on days where you don't want to. The future you is depending on the current you to keep the promises you made to yourself yesterday.
We did not come this far to just break down and lose now. I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
A lot of people can give up. It's easy to give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm going to do the same thing again today, but I'm going to try to go harder.
If you quit now, you're going to fucking be a loser your entire life. That's it.
People give up right before they get what they've always wanted to get. People quit and they give up.
That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
You're a little better today than you were yesterday. Wake up tomorrow. Let's be better tomorrow than you were today. Don't think about this as a loss. You're going to learn.
I say every day that it is never too late to wake up and be the person you want to be. And you deserve that. And here's the truth on how you do that. You have to act like you believe in yourself before you believe in yourself.
I'm a winner. I will win. I will do anything to win. And I will show you how I win. And I will not stop until I win.
Train your mind. Train your mind. We go to the gym, lift weights, we run. But what are we doing to train our minds? How much time do you spend a day training your mind? Your mind is the single greatest tool that you've got. It's a supercomputer. You literally have a supercomputer between the 6 inches between your ears. What are we doing with it? What are you doing with it? Are you actively training your mind every single day? If not, start right now. Every single morning, do something that stretches your mind, expands your knowledge base, train your mind.
Then one of the most important lessons in life that you should know is to remember to have an attitude of gratitude, of humility. Understand where the gift comes from. It's not mine. It's been given to me by the grace of God. Use what I have. Use what you have to help others. You know, on your last day, you can't take it with you.
Yes, that is true.
But you can leave it here.
It's an amazing thing about passion. If you love something, if you have a strong passion for something, you would go to the extreme to try to understand or try to get it. If you have to walk, you would go get it. If you have to beg someone, you would go get it.
'Cause real lions
lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process. A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work. A real man, when coach ain't even watching, he's studying film on his own. Because he loves the process. If you will be a champion, if you will be a beast, you're going to have to go through something. Ain't nobody going to hand you nothing. Ain't nobody going to hand you no championship. Ain't nobody going to hand you no title. Listen to him and say, be phenomenal. This is it. I want you to chant it out. This is it. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. 1, 2, 3.
Be phenomenal, be forgotten.
1, 2, 3.
Be phenomenal, be forgotten.
Last time. 1, 2, 3.
Be phenomenal.
The only way you improve your life is to know what you want and where you are, because you need a map. Right now, there's a gap. How many of you have a gap between where you are and where you want to be financially or physically or in your relationship? The gap will never close if all you do is focus on where you are and how bad it is. The gap will never close if you yourself about where you are and try to pretend it's better than it is. That's why, we want to see it as it is. The truth will set us what? Free. So we got to see where we are, but we also got to have a compelling future. Where do we want to go? And the more clear you are about what you really want and the details of what you want, the more easy it's going to be to achieve it.
If you think you're going to be a Hollywood actor, you go for it. You go 100% at that and don't let anything waver from where you're going. Your first option should be the highest of the high. And if you land any lower, then you change the goalpost a little bit. But the first thing is shoot as high as you can. And I think that is not told to especially the younger generation enough.
It's never the right time. And I think as a human, sometimes you feel like you always gotta wait for the right time, what makes sense to you to actually start executing, to actually stop making excuses, to doing the things that you always really wanted to do. And I'm guilty of that. I'm starting to find myself now being like, nah, there is no right time to do anything. You just gotta start doing.
It's a choice. You'll get through it. Wake up. It's a choice to be happy. It's a choice to be sad. So come on, buck up. Right. You got this. Move on. When a lot of times you just wake up blue and you don't have that choice, and it's not that easy. You just don't turn it on or turn it off. And I also realized as I went down the road, once I started to realize what it was, why I felt I didn't want to do anything, why I was emotional about things. And now I can tell, hey, it's your superpower. It's okay. Talk about it. Right. Be open. If you're feeling blue, if you're feeling fucked up, if you don't have the answers, even if you don't know why. Because a lot of times, sure, there's that thing, that this thing happened, therefore I'm depressed. But a lot of times, people just wake up and the skies are gray.
Yep.
And you don't know what to do. And one of the most powerful things you can do is, number one, know you're not alone. Know that if you're experiencing it, there's a lot of other people out there experiencing it too, and talk about it.
You want to change your life today? Make a decision. Focus on what you want, focusing on instead of what you don't want, right? Focus on where you want to go instead of what you're afraid of. Now would be a good time for you to go after what you want, not wait another day. People don't do it because they go, I don't know where to start. Do whatever's next. Try anything. If it's wrong, try something else. That doesn't work. Try something else and you'll find it right now. Tell me how you're going to be closer to your dream at the end of these 6 months than if you don't take action versus if you take action today. Do not wait. Do something that commits you to follow through later on. That's how our life changes. Little steps and big steps. And the big ones move us faster. And they take courage. Courage doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you're scared, but you do it anyway.
The easiest thing in the world to do is to complain, blame, and quit and settle. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. But it takes real work to deconstruct and to reconstruct the thought process and the mindset of an individual when they're trying to change something. That's why I always say to people, what's more important, what we acquire or who we become?
Everybody deserves to eat. Not everybody deserves to eat at your table. Who you invest your time with and spend your time with, is it valuable? Or are you just wasting time?
Wow.
Don't waste your time. Time is the most valuable thing that you have. Every moment should be accounted for and you should feel great about. You learned something. If you're not learning, you're dying.
What's your favorite quote?
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
You're not changing, you're choosing.
You got something
That's
in
kind
life you complaining about and you're not changing it. It could be your relationships, your body, your health, your job. You're choosing it.
Master the 3 W's. You got to want it, you got to work it, then you got to win it.
I know that's right.
Now, how bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you're going to work it. Then if you do those two, you're going to win. There you go.
The more you're able to let go, the farther you're going to proceed. It is essential. The more your willingness and your ability to let go, the more changes are going to come. It's just like this. For new things to come, old things must go.
And the hardest part about change is not making the same choice as you did the day before. And the moment you decide to make a different choice, you're going to feel uncomfortable because you're stepping from the known into the unknown. So some people would rather cling to their self-pity than take a chance and possibility. They'd rather tell the story of their past instead of telling the story of their future. They'd rather believe in their past instead of believe in their future.
Life is just one day. You're born in the one day, and you live in the one day. You die in the one day. Everything happening in the one day. Today is only your life. Yesterday is already dead. Too late. Tomorrow is not born. Too early. What you have is today. Today is the only life. Today is not a little part of life. Today is life. It's all. Yes. Therefore, we need to make joy or happy every day. Not next year. You don't say me, I want happy life. That's illusion. Don't say me, I just want to say, I want a happy day. Once you have a happy day, I think you have a happy life.
When you start small, you get these small victories that give you that momentum and give you that sort of drive to move forward and go for the next challenge. But you can't expect to suddenly go, right, from now on, I'm going to be boundaried and assertive and strong and
We're going to overnight hard ass.
yeah, right. It's just not going to happen. You have to do these things gradually and start with the easiest thing. Something that almost feels a bit silly, that's so easy. It's almost a bit kind of, really? Am I starting here? But then you get that little easy victory and then you move on to the next one, which is a little bit more difficult and so on.
For me, anger was good. The more I could create an enemy, the more I wanted to go out and kill those guys. Do they disrespect me at all? And did that asshole say something? Like, those are little things that can get me right in the emotional frame of mind that when I ran on the field and I said, let's fucking go.
I'm just stubborn, man. I just never give up. There's no world where I ever would have quit. When I was 11, I just said, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to die trying. And I meant it. And so people hate it, but I'm just the most competitive, stubborn person you'll ever meet. And I just never give up.
Imagine if you could use pain as a fuel. Imagine if you could use the pain as a passport. Imagine if you could use the pain to push you, to condition you, to prepare you for the stages and the rooms you gotta walk into and the tables you gotta sit at and the stages you have to stand on. What if the pain could make you better? What if the pain could build muscle? What if the pain could cause you to reach higher, to leap farther, to run faster? What if the pain could help you? What if all pain isn't hurt, but it's help?
You've got to pay a price to be the best. The best pay a big price. You've got to work harder. You've got to commit more. You've got to take more responsibility. You've got to deal with more ups and downs. How much are you willing to suffer?
Get rich or die trying. Either I'm going to get rich or I'm going to die in the process. And then if I die in the process, I was doing what I wanted to do.
I went to sleep 3 a.m. I was back up at 6:30. Excited. No excuses. My bad. Yo, shut the fuck up. Let's get to the money, man.
You say you want to get rich or you want to be successful. Do what you need to do to be successful.
It's grind season, homie. It's not about today. It's about the future. You do the work now. Do the work now, And all of the shit that you could ever want to do for your family, your kids, your loved ones, it's all going to be on a whole nother stratosphere.
Work, 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 work. No results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, 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 work. Work, 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 work. No results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, 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 work. No results, I'm a little bit better. Work. Boom. Just got paid. I just got paid. And it looks like overnight success. Yeah. It's like, oh, shit.
Don't waste your life. Set your goals high. Quit thinking about what's wrong. Start thinking of what's right. Love a little more, hate a little less. You have no idea what you're capable of doing. Make up your mind today, you're going to figure it out.
Being more driven by the process more than the actual ending goal. And then just try to be great or as great as you can. Be squeezing as much juice out of yourself as you can. And doing it because you're doing it for the love of the process and not what it brings, not what the sport brings you.
Great answer. And I was going to say in the middle of it, like the obvious answer is to win a championship.
Right,
but,
for sure.
But like the process is everything. I think it's so important for young players, in line with what you're saying, to realize process over outcome.
Yeah.
You know, so many, whether you're a 7-year-old or 14-year-old or 25-year-old, sometimes we get carried with the outcome.
Right.
But it's a process that leads to an outcome. And if you start looking at the outcome, you lose sight of the process.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing. Take ownership of everything in your world, the good and the bad. Take ownership of your mistakes, take ownership of your shortfalls, take ownership of your problems, and then take ownership of the solutions that will get those problems solved. Take ownership of your mission. Take ownership of your job, of your team, of your future, and take ownership of your life.
Be less impressed and more involved. And my father passing on, the world got flat. Things that I revered, wow, mortal things that I revered, people, places, all of a sudden, my eye got level. Things that I was patronizing and condescending and looking down my nose at rose up to eye level. And I was like, time to become a man. Walk forward, peripheral vision, get it. Own yourself, walk forward with more courage, and start becoming the man you want to be instead of acting like it, putting it off.
I promise you, if you put your mind to it and you work hard and you never give up and you do not listen to the rejection, you can achieve anything that life throws your way.
You want to see what a person's made out of? Put them under a pressure situation. If somebody puts you under a pressure situation, that means they believe in you. Do you believe in yourself? Pressure defines who you are and who you're not. But it also defines who you can become. That's what pressure does. It defines who you can become.
But before you can ever reach anything, you have to believe it. You don't just mistakenly become great at something. If you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you failed already.
There's no way that you've worked this hard that something amazing isn't going to happen. You have to keep going. You have to believe that this moment is preparing you for something amazing that hasn't happened yet.
I don't have time to be, oh, let me go chill at a party. I don't give a fuck about no party. Party? Making money is the party for me. My job is to get up every day and provide for the people that's counting on me. That's my fun. My fun is not based off, oh, I'm at a party wasting money on board. No. Putting my daughter through college is fun. Making sure my niece, pick what university you want to go to. That's fun. Nanny, don't worry about nothing, no bills, and mom, don't worry about it. That's fun.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was asleep. The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night.
The truth is, you must keep going. I repeat, keep going. Why? because you deserve to see what happens when all your hard work pays off. Keep going because you're stronger than you think. Keep going because each step forward brings you one step closer to your goals. Keep going because the best is yet to come. You need to understand, you can't win all the time. And unless you lose, you haven't even tried. And if you fail, at least you'll fail falling forwards. For you know, life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Things happen that you don't expect, that you could never have expected. So don't get too confident, even arrogant when you succeed, when you win and you're on a high. Equally important, you mustn't allow yourself to get down when you lose or fail. I mean, just remember, no matter how poorly you have performed, you're never hopeless. Keep going. Because the one thing you can be absolutely certain of is that the tables will turn. That's absolutely guaranteed. So in other words, if you're on a high, be humble. And if everything has gone wrong, be hopeful and keep going. Just remember, nothing ever stays the same. So the truth is, I repeat, you must keep going. The rewards will be there for you. Keep going.
Keep working. Keep striving. Never give up. Fall down 7 times. Get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. See you at work.
Real self-confidence doesn't come from shouting affirmations in the mirror. Real self-confidence comes from giving the world irrefutable proof you are who you say you are.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it! If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
You can have what you want in 5 years, but there's 2 conditions. You have to know what it is, and you have to aim at it.
Most people walk around with no goals, no ambition. They don't know where they're going. It's like a ship with no destination. If you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there.
Figure out what you want. Write it down. Figure out what you could do to start moving towards that. Okay. Do that with your family relationships. Do that with your friendships. Do that with your career. Do that with your education. Think about your misuse of alcohol and drugs and other things that might drag you down. You want to drink? Okay, what do you mean by that exactly? How often? How much is too much? How are you going to constrain that and why? Develop a vision.
Once you know where you want to go, then you direct your time, your energy, and your attention to the execution and the achievement of that goal. It's all about intention. But most people walk around in life thinking that life is just a big fat lottery, and it's just not that case. Those that live by the lottery of life most likely end up losing.
Everything I ever did, the thing that I heard out of people's mouth was, that's impossible. That can't be done. Or no. I remember when I wanted to be a bodybuilding champion, including my parents and everyone else around me, said, this is impossible. You can't be a bodybuilding champion. And of course, I proved to the people that it can't be done. So whenever someone said to me, it can't be done, I heard, it can be done. When they said no, I heard yes. And when they said it's impossible, I heard, it is possible.
You know, right now, the goal is just to focus on myself, you know, everything grows. I'm not worried about the mistakes that I made in the past or anything, you know. I'm in competition with myself. So I'm just getting better and better and better. That's it.
Nobody comes to your door and bangs on your door and gives you money. Believe me, you have to go out that bloody door and earn it. And working hard is definitely a talent. Believe me. Forget the ability. To achieve in life, you need something extra inside you. A dynamo that says, I'm going somewhere. If when your manager, your coaches are hard on you, you know why? Because you need to develop your character that it never lets you down. Never lets you down. I knew when that team of mine went out in the field at Old Trafford, never let me down. No, we never win every game. Obviously, we never win every game. We'd love to have. We tried to. But you know something they never did? They never gave in. They never gave in. Their character didn't let them down. They just bang, bang, bang the door. They eventually broke down. They never gave in. It's a quality too.
Winners win and losers lose. I can't explain it any better than that. I don't know how it happens, but winners win. And if you create a culture of losing, if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture.
When you face fear, it leaves you. Face the thing you fear, and it'll leave you. That's really the secret of it. In fact, if you hold yourself back because of fear, your life actually comes to a stop, because nothing gets better than it is.
The past is gone. It's part of the life. And I'm always saying that the good things coming in a natural way. Football, life, opportunities, marriage, even in the worst moments, you have to make the things smooth, you know, because not only when you are in the good moment, that's not gonna come the bad moments. Try to find the balance for everything. In the good moments and in the bad moments, back to the basic points, a baseline.
Don't sink the ship right now. Just keep your head above water. Maintain. Just try and hold on.
And hopefully give yourself a chance to notice the magic, the mystical. I try to do that.
Yeah.
When it gets rough.
Because it's there. I do believe it's all around us all the time. Just are we on a frequency, and do we allow ourselves to receive it, see it?
The biggest advice I could give you right now, the biggest advice that anybody could give you, and this is not my words, Woody Allen told me this. I said, Woody, what's the secret to success? He said, 85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen.
You gotta have a plan. Everybody's got a dream. Everybody's got a goal. What's the plan? And your plan has got to have something I call the C5 complex. Your plan has got to be clear, concise, compelling, consistent, and committed. You've got to have a plan. And when you're trying to do something that you're truly passionate about, there is no plan B.
Your attitude, how you look at the world, will determine what you get in life. So if you're focusing on all the obstacles, if you're focusing on the government, if you're focusing on COVID, if you're focusing on this person didn't give me that thing, my parents didn't give me that thing, that's you creating your attitude. You're building it. It's like a crystallization process. This crystal starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger as each new crystal is added, and you crystallize this negative, defensive attitude towards life, and that's what you're going to get.
Rest at the end, not in the middle. And that's something I always live by. I'm not going to rest. I'm going to keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have. There are even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time.
It don't happen overnight. And there's going to be moments when it's really, really frustrating. And there's going to be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you know, you're gonna take yourself on a ride that's very, very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work and appreciating it, you know, when it's good, and not stressing too bad when it's bad, just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
So while you're hurting, keep going. If you're feeling pain, keep going. If your heart is beating, keep going. If your lungs are working, keep going. But don't you dare give up. Don't you quit. You hurt, you grow, you go. And from the bottom of my heart, keep it moving and conduct your business.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurt inside. don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are. In the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe that you're gonna get back up.
You want to reach your goal? How to reach the goal the quickest? Be focused with your energy. Meaning, be focused with the mind. Don't lose the goal from the mind. Whatever you do from the moment of waking up until the evening, whatever you do, keep the goal in the mind.
Develop a workaholic mentality. What does this mean? It means that you start a little earlier, you work a little harder, and you stay a little later. In our society today, you have all these people talking about take it easy, have balance in your life, relax, lean back, have fun at work, happy, get along with your coworkers. This is loser talk. Loser, loser, loser. Now, there's a time in your life when you can back off, all right? You can take it easy. But that's when you've made it, not before you've made it. Because before you've made it, you're in a competition with hundreds of thousands of millions of other people, like at the Olympics, who also want to make it. And in order for you to win, you are going to have to work harder and work better and work smarter than they do.
Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week. I mean, if other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, even if you're doing the same thing, you know that in 1 year you will achieve what they achieve. You will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year.
Winners are unreasonable in their expectation. They almost threaten and scare the people around them with your big dreams and visions and goals and ambitions, right? So it's okay to be unreasonable. Winners also sacrifice their weekends. Winners ditch their excuses. Winners show up no matter what, no matter how they feel, if they're tired, if they're uncertain, if they had a loss yesterday, they show up today. And winners have this go to battle mindset, like the same mindset that I have when I go into the gym every day, planned and structured workout that's going to guarantee that I can wring my shirt out at the end of that workout. That is how I enter my work life. That is how I enter my relationships. That is how I enter everything, right? With a plan to attack, to go to battle. Winners always find a way because they embrace the fact that resourcefulness is more important than resources.
I laugh every time I hear people saying, yeah, I don't like working for other people, so, I want to work for myself because I want to set my own hours. Yeah, right. Let me tell you what, when you work for yourself, there's no Christmas, there's no fucking Easter, there's none of that shit when you work for yourself. In the early days, you're working through all those holidays. Every day something bad happens. Every day there's problems. Every day somebody's trying to fuck you and take what you've built. It's a war every day when you get up in the early days.
Whatever you want to do, believe it, believe it, believe it. Even if you don't believe, play the game of belief. Act as if you believe. That is power. That is sheer power. And it will happen. Believe you me. An old fool like me has worked in my life, will work in yours. So never give up. Believe, believe, believe.
The greatest gift that you can give yourself is to find something that you're naturally adept at and figure out a way to make a living at it. Because if you do that, every day will be a play day. You're never battling upstream. If you love what you do, why do you want to stop doing it?
You just gotta grind. This next generation is coming up. They seem like a bunch of pussies to me. So because of that, there's never been more opportunity than there is right now. If you're a fucking savage and you get out there and you grind hard and you want it bad enough, you can run all these guys over, man.
Everything changed for me when I understood this philosophy. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's the simple philosophy that changed my life forever, starting age 25. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living, which is fine. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune, which is super fun. I didn't mind working hard on my job, but things didn't seem to change that much. Then I started working hard on myself to qualify. So let me put it in a philosophical phrase now. This is worth the price of whatever it costs for you to be here today. Here it is. Success is something you attract. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by becoming attractive. And the whole scope of this we call now personal development. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. If you can multiply your value by 3, by 5, you can easily multiply your income by 3, by 5, by 10, But the key to doing it is to work hard on yourself. Be responsible, be a growing, attractive, powerful, skillful, communicating human being, and the world belongs to you.
I don't have bad days, man. I may have a bad moment, maybe even a bad hour, but never a bad day. I don't. Because I set my own thermostat. Ain't nobody gonna get me hot but me. Master the 3 W's. You gotta want it, you gotta work it, and you gotta win it.
I know that's right.
Now, how bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you gonna work it. Then if you do those two, you're gonna win.
You see, the mind can only focus on one thing at a time. The mind cannot focus on 2 things at once. If you try and put 2 images in the mind at the same time, you have confusion. It'd be like putting 2 images on the screen at the same time. You'd have confusion.
There are 2 types of mindset. There is a fixed mindset and there is a growth mindset. Most people fail in that process because most people live in the fixed mindset. The fixed mindset is, this is who I am, this is what I know, this is what I'm capable of, this is what I'm good at, and this is where I'm going to stay. The growth mindset, it says, this is where I am now. This is what I'm good at now. But I recognize that if I go through a particular process, I can grow myself and become a better person. You need to learn to be uncomfortable. You need to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And you need to be in a space where you allow yourself to be challenged, but more importantly, in a space where you are willing to be uncomfortable and grow.
So how do you train your mind so that you have more positive, uplifting, and optimistic thoughts and less negative? Whatever the sources of that negative thought is, if you don't kill it and replace it with positive incantations, with positive reinforcement, with reading books that build you, listening to podcasts and watching YouTube shows that are going to inspire you, that are going to move you to the 2.0 version of yourself. If those negative thoughts are not replaced with positive thoughts, then you are destined to failure. Or at least success is going to come at a very high price.
Here's the thing about mindset. A mindset will not change the shitty situation you're in. A positive mindset changes you, which changes your ability to deal with the shitty situation that you're in.
Stop scaring yourself. How often do you terrorize yourself with your own thoughts? You get into absolute terror, and it's only coming from your thoughts. Nobody out there is doing a thing. Sometimes it's an old family pattern. Sometimes we get new things. You know, we find so many ways to scare ourselves. I would like people to, when you have time, to make a list of your fears. Make a list of your fears, and then give yourself the opportunity to turn each fear into a positive affirmation. Turn each one into something positive. And remember, always you are in charge. You are always in charge.
How do you activate the superconscious mind? Here is the most powerful of all. We call this the master method of activation. It is called solitude. Now, how do you use solitude? We call this go into the silence. Go and sit down quietly by yourself for 30 to 60 minutes. 30 to 60 minutes. Most people in our society have never sat quietly for 30 to 60 minutes in their entire lives. Yet I will tell you this method works 100% of the time. That any problem that you have, any difficulty, any challenge, any goal that you want to accomplish, if you'll go into the silence and sit quietly and then listen to the still small voice within, at a particular moment, the mind will go clear and wham, exactly the answer you need will come at exactly the right time.
You can protect yourself from negativity. And that's what stops most people, negative thoughts. The way you can put a coating around your mind is with one simple thing: gratitude. Gratitude erases negativity. I'm gonna show you how this works. If you wake up in the morning and you start having negative thoughts, every time you feel, in the middle of the day, if you feel yourself doing that, stop. Just stop for a second and start going over in your mind everything you have to be grateful for. Not everything you want, everything you already have. Because what you have is substantial. But the fact that you can walk, that's a blessing. The fact that you woke up, that's another blessing. The fact that you can see, think, reason, that's another blessing. The fact that you have any measure of health, that's another blessing. And I'm just talking to you, I don't even know you. I could give you 50 things you ought to be grateful for right now. I don't even know you.
The fastest way to take control of your life is to stop controlling everyone around you. You have no idea how much time and energy and attention you are wasting trying to control other people.
Well, I think worry will make you sick. I've never seen it accomplish anything. I've never seen worrying about anything change it. So I decided not to do it. If you can't do anything about it, why the hell worry about it? Every negative thought you have releases poison into your system and will kill you or give you cancer or tumors or whatever else you can think of. So if you're thinking negative about anything, erase that.
The more trust you have in your superconscious mind, the faster it works for you. And the more calm and confident you absolutely believe that something will show up. And the more you practice with it and the more confidence you have, the faster it works for you. Pretty soon it gets to the point where you can think a thing and realize it very, very quickly. I used to do this when I was first understood this, when long distance charges were very high back in the 80s, is I would visualize a person I needed to talk to on the other side of the country and they would phone me. And I could do this over and over again. Rather than me phoning them for 30 or 60 minutes, I'd visualize and they'd phone me. I just put it into the superconscious mind and I say, he or she will call by 11:30. By 11:30, the phone rings. And do this over and over again. And the more confidence you have that it will work, the more rapidly it works for you. It merely requires a step of faith, a mental step of faith.
The three things that's very important. He said, in order to make it in life, number one, you have to develop your mind, that you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Number two, you have to practice the principle of OQP, only quality people. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. People rub off on you. Academy Award winner Sidney Poitier said, when you go for a walk with someone, something happens. Either you adjust to their pace or they adjust to your pace. Whose pace have you adjusted to? But the other thing that he said that's most important, that's really important today, he said, develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you begin to tell the world who you are.
If your happiness depends on the actions of others, you're at mercy of things that you can't control. Mm-hmm. And that's never where I want to be. So I always want to live in, like, me and my therapist talk about, like, my higher goddess, my higher self. Like, I always want to live there, knowing that when I'm there, you can't take that away from me. That's mine.
I think it's important to realize wherever focus goes, energy flows. It's corny, but it's true. In fact, maybe an easier way of saying it is, we don't experience life. None of us do. We experience the life we focus on. So in any moment, what's wrong is always available. So it's not about being positive. It's about being intelligent.
You got to live intentionally. You've got to exceed expectations. And you got to be consistent. If you can do those three things, you will lead yourself very well.
Working on yourself, talking to yourself. That's so very important. Overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue that's going on all the time, even when you don't want it to be there. You can't stop yourself right now from thinking. You can't do it. It's going on. And so learning how to empower yourself, part of doing that is standing up to yourself. You've got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up. I was going to give a presentation, and this voice inside of me saying, you can't do this. You don't have everything it takes. Shut up. I'm behind on my bills and you're telling me what I can't do. I have got to do it. You'll get scared sometimes. Your mind will go blank on you. Some people you will allow to unnerve you. And you wonder, what's wrong with me? I'm not crazy. That's why you've got to learn to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to stand up inside yourself. Working on yourself, watching that inner dialogue, it will determine the quality of your life.
One thing is certain. No one ever becomes very wise without the aid of self-discipline. And no one ever finds peace of mind and happiness without the strict exercise of self-discipline.
You know, we're not taught how to be happy. You know, we're not even taught. Our nervous system is designed to survive. You have to think about it. The brain that you and I have is about 2 million years old, roughly, and it hasn't altered a huge amount in that time. And the number one focus is survival. So our brains are always looking for what could go wrong, what could be messed up, what could cost us, what could we lose. And it used to be to protect us from a saber-toothed tiger, so we'd learn to fight or flight, run from it, or freeze and hope and didn't notice it. Those are the three patterns most people do under stress. They fight, they flight, or they freeze. And the problem is there is no saber-toothed tiger anymore.
So today we get freaked out like life and death, like what do people think about us or what do they write about us on social media? And don't get me wrong, all those are challenging things, but they get into survival if we don't learn to run our brains. Our brain's gonna make you survive. It's not gonna make you happy. Your job is to create the happiness. In order to do that, you have to wake up and not be on automatic pilot.
People change in 4 different seasons. It's when they hurt enough they have to, when they see enough they're inspired to, when they learn enough that they want to, and when they receive enough that they're able to. Those are the 4 times that people change.
Short-term thinking says the donut tastes good, eat it. Short-term thinking says one workout doesn't matter, I can skip it. Short-term thinking encourages you to make short-term emotional decisions that hurt you in the long run. Think strategic. Think long-term. Act strategic. Take action that improves your long-term position and moves you toward your long-term goals. You need to win battles in order to win the war. You need to get out of bed, you need to run, you need to work out, you need to read and study and practice, and you need to do things that you don't necessarily want to do. You need to know your strategic goals, and you need to know why they are important, and then you need to get up, get out of your damn bed, get off your phone, get out of the soft and addictive comfort zone, and you need to go out there into the world and get after it.
Beliefs create and beliefs destroy. Please jot it down right in front of you in big letters that stands out for you. Every belief you have either creates or destroys. And the problem is most of us are not conscious of the beliefs that we have. A belief is nothing but a feeling of absolute certainty about what something means. When you're absolutely certain about what something means, you have a belief. You might believe you're really smart. You might feel, I'm not that smart. You might believe you're worthy or not worthy, but all you're really saying is, I feel certain about this. So we have to be so conscious about our beliefs because they literally change our life. Remember I said yesterday, we don't experience life. We experience the life we focus on.
The fixed mindset is, this is who I am. This is what I know. This is what I'm capable of. This is what I'm good at. And this is where I'm going to stay. The growth mindset says the following. It says, this is where I am now. This is what I'm good at now. But I recognize that if I go through a particular process, I can grow myself and become a better person.
Problems are a sign of life. I remember I met Norman Vincent Peale when he was 92 years old. He wrote the original, he's a minister, he wrote Power of Positive Thinking. And I was 32. He invited me up to Canada. He was doing a seminar and my career was starting to take off. So I got a chance to go meet him. I went backstage with him and I remember saying to him, I said, he said, call me Norman. I said, Norman, I said, I just curious. I said, why are you still doing seminars at 92? And he goes, well, there's still a few negative people out there. But okay, I got 60 more years of this going forward, right? But then I asked him, I said, when he started out, it was horse and buggy. He's seen rock, radio, television, cars. I mean, imagine what he saw in his lifetime in that century.
What do you really want? A lot of people have not been able to define that for themselves because you grew up wanting what other people wanted for you. And you get to be 40 or 50 years old and you're still operating on what other people wanted for you and you haven't really defined it for yourself. And I know that because I would talk to thousands of women over a period of time, and multiple times I would ask the question, what do you want? And people would say, I want to be happy. And I would ask, well, what does that look like? And for many women, and it started to change as we moved from the 80s to the 90s, they would always say, well, I just want my kids to be happy. Your kids being happy is not you. What do you want? What will it actually take to fulfill this thing that you say you're in pursuit of? And being able to answer that question, first of all, acknowledge that you know or don't know, and then finding out what that's going to look like for you.
My favorite lessons I learned was from a monk who said to me one day, I said to him, like, what do you think happiness is? And he said, I don't even talk about happiness. I think we're using the wrong word. He said, I look for peace and contentment. And he said, sometimes in your life, just pause for a moment and ask yourself, how many of the things you have now were the things that you wished for a decade ago? Just pause and do that. And he said, what you will be shocked to discover is the person that you cannot bear to have a conversation with today, that is your spouse, you dreamed one day that they would look your way in a bar. You dreamed and you yearned for the day that they would text you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That car that you now loathe because it has to be serviced and you have to change the tires on and you have to... There was a time when you looked at it in a catalog and you went, that is my dream car.
Yeah.
Keep it right in your head. Keep your thoughts good, not bad. Keep your thoughts decent, not indecent. Keep your thoughts full of faith and not doubt, because it is in your thoughts that is determined whether you will be happy or unhappy, whether you'll be healthy or unhealthy. The happiest person is he who thinks the happiest, most interesting, finest thoughts. And that is a fact.
The mind is like a factory, a mental factory. And whatever you think about all day long pours ingredients into this mental factory. Can you imagine dumping a barrel of trash into this mental factory every day and coming out with a rich, dynamic, positive life? It can't be done. You decide what goes into your mental factory. Don't let anybody just dump anything they want to in your mental factory, because you've got to live with the results.
Get over yourself. Let me explain something to you. It's not about you. The first step in leadership is to get over yourself. The first step in connecting with people is to get over yourself. The first step in communicating is to get over yourself. I tell people all the time when they say, I want to be a great communicator. I said, number one, just get over yourself. Get over the day that you're more concerned about helping people than how you look. All of a sudden, good things begin to happen. It's the key to serving others. It's the key to influencing others. And by the way, the get over yourself is the Maxwell translation. Jesus said, if you want to be first, you have to be last. Yes, you do. And if you want to rule, you have to serve. You want to live, you have to die. He was just saying, get over yourself.
Thoughts create feelings. Feelings create your behaviors. And your behaviors create the outcome in your relationships, at work, with your money, whatever. The most important foundational thing to get right is how you think. And I am not a fan of positive thinking. I'm a fan of accurate thinking with a positive spin. And if you allow your mind to go to darkness, to go to negativity over and over and over again, you're building a pathway in your brain for negativity, which is why mental health is a daily practice. You need to practice accurate thinking with a positive spin over and over and over again. And your mind will slide down that slide easily, quickly, and your life will be so much better.
3 P's that you got to annihilate, crush, or destroy if they're getting in the way of your progress in a relationship or your career or your happiness or your health. These are the 3 P's that make learned helplessness. Number 1, you think the problem is permanent. Once you've had enough disappointment, sometimes your brain doesn't want to get disappointed, so it's a permanent problem. Please write down, no problem is permanent, only your soul is permanent. Nothing's forever. Everything changes, everything eventually ends, and something new begins. That's part of life. Those are the seasons of life. The second P that keeps people in learned helplessness so they don't change, this belief's got to be annihilated, broken through, and that it's pervasive. That means that because my relationship's not great, my whole life is horrible. Then you're forgetting you do have health, or you do have friends, or you do have a job, or you do have whatever. I can breathe. And the third one is we think the problem is personal. There's something wrong with me. And if you start believing that, it becomes self-fulfilling. You give up. See, I'm not good enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not smart enough. I always screw it up. So those 3 P's got to be destroyed.
That's why a lot of relationships don't work. We make her Wonder Woman and she makes us Superman, and neither one of us can live up to it. And that we've got that bulb, that honeymoon bulb turned up to 100 watts, and the honeymoon's over. We're trying to deal with some real base stuff. Let's leave it at 20 watts. We're just lit, but we're not just feverishly superhuman. And I think a lot of us just purport that on someone else, and they can't live up to it. And it ends up not being fair to them. And then they do the same to us, and we both walk away going, I underwhelmed.
We all want to be able to change the way we feel. That's what I spend my life showing people how to do. And what most people don't know is the emotion is created by motion. The way you move determines the way you feel. You have 80 different muscles in your face, 80. For most people, this is the largest area of unemployment in the country. They use the face the same way. They feel the same emotions over and over and over again. So what I was saying is I have this deal with myself called priming. Every day I say, look,
you got to have 10 minutes for yourself. If you don't have 10 minutes for yourself, you don't have a life. And I'm not going to hope I feel good. I just got back of 6 countries in 12 days. I was in India 2 days ago.
Wow.
And I woke up here feeling like somebody ran me over with a truck.
But you got yourself psyched up.
But the way I did it is I do this process. It's 10 minutes. I put some music on. I do this massive change in my breathing, so it radically changes the way I feel. And then I do this 3-step process. First, I do 3 minutes of gratitude, where I think of 3 things I'm really grateful for, and I associate. I don't think of it over there. I feel it. And the reason is, when you're grateful, you can't be worried. You can't be fearful. When you're grateful, you can't be angry. And anger and fear are what screw people up most in their relationships, in their life, in their business. So I wire myself. I was saying to you that most people want to be happy, but their habit is to be worried or pissed off or frustrated or stressed. And so they've got a highway to stress and they got a dirt road to happiness. So I wire myself. I've got a highway to gratitude, which changes all your emotions. And then I do a 3-minute process of kind of a prayer for my family and friends. And then I do a 3-minute process of the top 3 things I want to accomplish. I see it as done and I feel it. I'm done in 10 minutes. So sometimes I go 20, but my deal is 10, so there's no excuse not to do it.
Something happens no matter who you are, if you're average or if you're good. When you get around greatness and you stay around greatness, you start listening to great podcasts and reading great books, and you start hanging around great people, and you start becoming a part of great masterminds. Guys, you just evolve. And I don't know what happened, but every year I went from a high school dropout and homeless to I started to becoming every single day more of who I am. And I can't believe it. My next goal is to win the Nobel Prize. Why? I had to come up with something. Listen to me, you have to be careful when you hang around average people. All they're going to do is tell you what they can't do, and that's okay that they can't do it, but that has absolutely nothing to do with us. We can go from being homeless and high school dropouts to having PhDs, writing books, and becoming the voice of a generation. We can do whatever we believe we can do, and we don't need anybody's permission to do it but ours.
Leadership is not a rank. Leadership is not a position. Leadership is a decision. Leadership is a choice. It has nothing to do with your position in the organization. If you decide to look after the person to the left of you and look after the person to the right of you, you have become a leader.
When you really sit back at your life and you are in that dark room and you're looking at where you started from and you tell yourself, God, dog, man, my mom is this way, my soon-to-be stepdad got murdered, my dad beat the shit out of me, I can't read and write to save my soul, I've lied about it to everybody, I've cheated on all these tests. My God, man. And then you put a goal in your mind. How are you gonna feel, man, when you accomplish this goal coming from that shit? Coming from the hell you came from. A lot of people start from a good starting point. They have a good foundation. What if you can surpass all of these? What if everybody who was way up here started up here, and you started with no legs. You had to grow legs to even start walking, and then crawling, and then running, and then you start passing people and all this given to them. I had to use all this negative shit that was making me weak and horrible as a person. I had to use this as the power that now fueled me. I had to flip it on its head and say, hold up, this might be exactly what I need. The darkness is exactly what I need. It's how you look at your situation. And I was looking at it all f***ed up.
Don't rely on social media. Put it down, turn it off, shut up, be quiet, learn, read, relax, get better. First part of your life you learn, second part of your life you earn, third part of your life you return.
Can you be my therapist?
I already am.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know, that dream that you're holding in your mind